Okay, so we're going to do 15.2 to show temperature effects on reactions in the Chatellier's principle. So the Chatellier's principle is basically any change in the status quo prompts a reaction to counter that. So usually the change is external and quick, and the status quo, the way the thing is trying to stop that from happening. In this case, we're going to change the concentration using temperature. So we're going to affect the way the chemicals react due to temperature, and we're going to see if we can see that fight going on. Okay, we've got our gear. We need some purple cabbage indicator, some ammonia, some vinegar, our test tubes, some droppers. Here's our water that's going to be boiling, and here's our ice water ready to go. Okay, according to your procedure, the first batch of steps is making the cabbage water. So we've already made cabbage water, so you can cross that one off and cross number 2 off. While we're waiting, pour a small amount of ammonia solution into one of the cups and mark the cups. We've done that, and then we've done the same with the vinegar. So steps 3 and 4 were done. Fill a large beaker with a mixture of ice and water. We've done that. Fill a smaller beaker with 3/4 with water. We use the large one. Once the water in the pot has been boiling for 3 minutes, remove it from the stove. So that's where we're at, step 7. Okay, so this one is making the cabbage water. So we're going to move on to step number 8. We've put the smaller beaker on the stove and started to boil. And now we're going to count out our 20 drops of cabbage water into each test tube. We don't have to worry, the cabbage water isn't hot in our case.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay, so we rinsed out our dropper. We're ready to put in the next thing, which is 15 drops of vinegar into each tube.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And swirl the test tube to make sure we've got it all mixed up. There's one. There's a bit of a difference in the coloration you can see between the vinegar and the cabbage water and the vinegar and the cabbage water without. Here we go. Let's tip it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15. Okay, swirl that.
We're to swirl the ingredients, and it should be pink. And that's a very pretty pink right there. Okay, so now I'm supposed to add ammonia drop by drop until the color changes. So we have an indication of change. 1,
2, 3. Let's go ahead and swirl that, see if we get a change. No. 4, 5. Okay, starting to change. You can see a different shade. 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, that's a lot different now. 10, 11, 12. So it's changing the more. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're looking for a green color. 19, 20, oh, 21. There we go, look at that. 22. The foam is green. 22, 23. There we go, look at that. Did you see the change? That's pretty awesome.
I went ahead and added 10 because we know it's about 23 drops. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we have oh, hey, that turned purplier than the other one did. 16, 17. Did I get my... Wow, look at that. That's different. Look. One is way darker than the other. Well, I'm gonna have to make it so that there's the same. I'll be right back. Okay, so according to step 15, we're supposed to stick both of these guys. Oh, can we do that? No. We're supposed to stick both of these guys in the water, ice water, and leave them there for 1 minute. Okay, with the magic of television, we have left them in for a minute, and you're supposed to have a look at what the test tubes look like. They both are very pretty turquoisey color. And now I'm supposed to, according to step 18, stick one back into the ice water and stick the other one. We'll take this one with me. We're supposed to take this one and put it into the hot water. So we're gonna stick it in the hot water, the boiling water, and we're supposed to let it be there for 30 seconds.
So it's warm up. Okay, wait. Oh, my stuff's coming. Alright, that's about 30 seconds. Let's take it back and look to see. Let's put it against this, maybe that'll be better. Can you see a difference in the colors? This one should be bluer. You know what? I'm gonna do it different. Oh yeah, now I can see the difference.
Okay, so we're gonna compare the colors. Can you see that this one in the heat is noticeably bluer than the one that's been in the cold? Yeah, there you go. So this one is the one that's been in the heat, and it is noticeably bluer than the one that's been in the ice water. That's kind of pretty, actually. Step 21, we pulled out the other test tube from the ice water, compared them, record our observations in our data table. That's on page 178, step 21. So you're supposed to write down what you saw, and that the one that had been in the heat is noticeably bluer than the one that has been in the ice water. Okay, step 22, we're supposed to put both tubes back into, the ice water, and we'll pull them out in a minute or two. Okay, step 23 says we're supposed to go ahead and put the check them and see if they're both the same. Yes, they are. They look the same color. So now we're going to put the one back into the hot water and do the whole thing again. See if we can get a repeat of what we just did. Hot is here, the cold is the turquoise, and it happened again. So we're supposed to fill out our table on step 24, which is here, and we can affirm that it happened again. So we have to do it one more time. Okay, we're here to look to see, yep, they're back at the same color again. Why is it not? There you go, same color. So we put the one into the ice water, and we're gonna put the other one here. And they said to really, you only wanna do this about 30 seconds at a time, because you'll drive the ammonia out of the solution. Okay, so here's our hot. We'll get the cold one. So here's our hot, here's our cold, and yep, we have a distinction. Here's our hot one, there's our cold, and it's bluer. I think it's getting a little bit lighter because we've been messing with it. Why won't it? There you go. So that has a good look. Okay, so mark that again, write that down, what we discovered in step 25. And then we're supposed to write our conclusion. What did we, something about the outcome and our hypothesis. Okay, so this is how I filled out my chart. So step 21, I had the cold solution was turquoise, the hot solution turned blue, and it turned back to turquoise when it was cold again. Step 24, I said the cold solution is turquoise. The hot solution turned the turquoise to blue, went back to turquoise when cold. And then step 25, there was ditto steps 21 and 24. And so then my conclusion is the heat did affect the concentration of ammonia and therefore the color of the indicator, because that's what's showing us what the ammonia is doing. Once the solution was cooled, the concentration returned to what it was in the beginning. And so that tells us that the concentration was trying to maintain equilibrium. And that's it.